It's time. I think it's time. So, as you can tell, my eyes are all red. I've been crying. It's been a bad day. Uh, October 11th is National Coming Out Day, and October 25th was National Mental Health Awareness Day. And, in the good fashion of being both affected by mental health issues and also being in grief right now. Of course, I had planned stuff for Coming Out Day that also tied in with Mental Health Awareness Day, and of course, I didn't do it. It's now October. Oh, wait, October 25th. So actually, it's coming up. Where the fuck have I been? Whatever. It's the 17th today, so I'm thinking I'm dumb. So maybe I'll actually post this on the 25th. But surprise, I'm coming out as somebody that deals with severe depression. I have high amounts of anxiety. And I'm in grief right now. And that just makes everything worse. And there are other things I could talk about coming out. I've come out as many things throughout the years. But really what I'm identifying with this year is being my mom's kid. Because, surprise, depression and anxiety are inherited. They're genetic. There's a high genetic correlation between parent and child, and also circumstance. So, growing up in, I'm just going to say, I had a traumatic childhood experience of my dad being physically and emotionally abusive, and my mom getting us out of there. She got us out of there, but I remembered a lot of it, and it's affected my life significantly. And also, surprise, coming out as continuing to have anxiety and depression because of my household situation after we got out. So this video isn't meant to hurt other people. It isn't meant to talk crap about other people. It isn't meant to, kind of put a light on my family's inner workings, because I think that there are some things I need to talk about because that is what is affecting me, and it's my truth, and I need to live with my truth, and my mom would be proud of me to talk about who I am and where I come from. And so, yes, I'm going to say things that aren't pretty. I'm going to say things that aren't helpful. I'm going to say things that don't necessarily reflect well upon myself or others. But everybody has problems. Everybody has a weird family. Everybody has issues within their family. Everybody has secrets. Everybody lives with different baggage. And I lived with my baggage for too long. Not talking about it with people. Not talking about it with the people I dated. My friends. Not even my family. And we're a family. You would think you would talk about it with your family, but the family dynamic is we don't talk about things. We don't say things. We don't share feelings or, hug or kiss each other or any of that. We grew up in a very, having an alcoholic family, dad in the family, starts the idea that, you don't share things and you don't talk about things because you don't want to talk about dad when he's drunk, or you don't want to talk about, him hitting you or whatever. Like, that shit is stuff you don't want to talk about because it's painful enough to live with it. Then trying to process it out loud and have a discussion as a family is not really something you could do, right? And so just think about that. That's where we started. That's where I started. As a child that didn't know what was happening in that house, in that household. And then, it's not really my dad's fault. Um, it's been hard for me to forgive him, but I have. Because forgiveness is about me, it's not about him. It's about letting go for me. I haven't told him that, but maybe I should, because we only get one life, right? But my point is that I'm coming from this background of not talking about things, and then, surprise, I'm coming out again as somebody that's been going to therapy for quite a long time. It has helped in a lot of ways to get me to understand how I connected to my dad, how I connected to my mom, how I connect to the rest of my family, including my stepdad and my brothers, who were my immediate family that were not my mom or my dad. And throughout these conversations, these therapy sessions, my EMDR, my shock therapy, I've been through a lot. And I'm not ashamed to admit any of it. But through these sessions, I have found out that I'm a caring, open, empathetic, emotional person. And I need people to understand that when I speak my truth. And you don't want to agree with it, you don't think it's right, you don't, whatever. That's up to you. If you don't think it's right, don't watch the videos. If you don't think what I'm saying is good, then don't subject yourself to that. If you don't want negativity, anxiety, depression in your life, then don't watch the videos. Like, they could be triggering, I understand that. These videos are really for me and for other people who care about me to watch these videos, to know who I am, to learn about who I am more intimately through my talks to you. I would appreciate it if you watch them. And again, you don't have to. But they're there for me to share my experience for myself, really, because I want to track my own progress, and I have been throughout this time that my mom has passed. But originally, this wasn't something I was doing for other people, and it really still isn't. It's still more for me. But if it helps anybody out there to learn about your truth, to figure out, your background, and to talk about it with somebody for mental health, to get help for yourself, for your family members, whatever, what have you, then great. I think that's a good thing. So anyway, my preface is these aren't videos for the lighthearted. I go into detail sometimes about how I feel, or what makes me angry, or who makes me angry. And it's not to defame anybody. I'm not doing this as any part of any organization. I'm doing this as me, myself, the born person that came out of my mother's womb, talking about my family, talking about my issues. And it's my right to say it, and it's my lived experience. And if you have an issue with it, don't watch. And if you do watch and you have comments, comment, let me know. I'm going to create a playlist of all of my days of my grief journey so far, and you'll see those in this playlist after this. Yeah, that's it.